Yankee fans, we're going to have to live with this for a while. We're going to have to live with
Rickie,
this for a while. Yes, sir.
I want to bring you back to a date, and trust me, this will all make sense.
All right.
On August 28th, 2020, the New York Mets played a doubleheader against the Yankees. It was so weird, bro. It was unbelievable. It was at Yankee Stadium, and Ahmed Rosario hit a game-winning walk-off home run.
Yeah, and we all thought that the game was not over because, remember, who was the Mets were the home team.
That's right. Yes. Ahmed Rosario
hit it off Aroldis Chapman. Mm-hmm.
That's right. Of Aroldis Chapman at Yankee Stadium. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, Evan, okay, why are you bringing up the most random Met-Yankee game of all time? I'm going to tell you why, sir. On that night, that's when we found out Steve Cohen was buying the New York Mets. And I ran upstairs to where I'm sitting right now, my little home studio, and I recorded a podcast. And I remember saying on that podcast, this is the greatest day in the history of the New York Mets. I didn't experience 1986. I'm too young. It's the greatest day in the history of the Mets because not only did we win this really cool game against the Yankees, we brought in an owner, a real owner, an owner that's going to do unfathomable things, an owner that's going to spend, an owner that's going to deliver us the way those frauds couldn't, okay? And never did I dream 4.5 years ago later that this man, Steven Jefferson Aloysius Martinez Ricardo Cohen, would come into our world and sign the generational free agent. And the fact he was a Yankee, look, it's a nice little bonus. I can be a jerk to Yankee fans. We all have them in our lives. But that's not even the point, Ricky. It's that this is the player that you want the big market owner for, to get this player, to get this guy. And I'm still shaking because I can't believe it's real. I'm not a cocky Met fan. It's not like I sat here for 9 months guaranteeing it would happen. I kind of hoped it. I tweeted out, he'll buy in the Queens and rent in the Bronx or some stupid comment. But at the end of the day, I'm still the Mets, and I didn't know if this was going to happen. But I think back to that day on this moment because I thought this is the greatest day as a Met fan. No, this is the day because this is what we were waiting for. Juan Soto's a Met. Yes!
Is there any possible extra pressure, anything negative? Does Lindor get upset that he's getting paid so much more than he? Does this preclude the Mets from going after and bringing back Pete Alonso? Give me upside, downside to this.
Well,
or is there no downside?
I don't think there is a downside, but you bring up the Lindor thing I'm not worried about. I think baseball players know just the way the market is. Like, look at Aaron Judge. Aaron Judge is an all-time great player, and I think he was always going to be okay with Soto making double or whatever it turned out to be.
Double. Yeah.
So I don't worry about the money. I love Pete Alonso. I grew my beard out for Pete Alonso. I want Pete Alonso to be a New York Met. I still want him to be a New York Met. But I always said, if you're bringing in Juan Soto and you're going to give him ridiculous money, I understand if there's going to be a budget at some point. I understand if you're going to have to get creative in other areas. So I would say I would be disappointed. I want Pete Alonso back. But this was the free agent in the moment that they needed to go get. And I've admired this guy forever. I hated him. I mean, when he was with the Nationals, bro, the guy drove me nuts. But I respected him because he is truly a great baseball player. He's an artist at the plate. I know he's not the greatest base runner or defensive player, but he's an artist at the plate. And watching him torture me all those years with Washington, having him now on my team for the next 15 years, I mean, this is why you want a big market owner, to go get players like this. So there is no downside. It's all good. Everybody's happy. I can't wait to buy my kids the jersey.